public. I like it.
Very refreshing track.
10 minutes after 11, time to kickstart my campus. And today's guest is Yfm Friedman. He's a surfer, an international model, and he's also got a project directing and producing a travel show. Steve?
What's happening, guys?
We good. We're just taken aback. No, really. I'm really impressed with your resume.
Thank you.
At 25, you've done a lot, you've seen a lot, still marching forward. You seem a bit shy. Take it all in. Take it all in.
You know, I play outside of the ordinary, and that's just where I am.
Yeah.
I don't take everything for granted,
Yeah.
and just focus on my goals.
Yeah.
See them, and yeah, I'm lucky.
So tell me something. I mean, a lot of people, I know that you grew up in Durban, so, you know, in high school, already, you know, when you're a senior, you're already starting, you know, to think, okay, which institution from here? Everyone's thinking, you know, doctor, lawyer, all of these things. How did you fall in love with surfing and then it became a huge part of your life?
Well, the thing with surfing is, it was my escape, really,
Yeah.
and it opened up a lot of doors for me.
Yeah.
And when I was 16 years old, that's when I started going overseas to compete.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what I wanted to study after school. And
Yeah.
not many people do.
Yeah,
And a lot of
yeah.
parents always push them to go study something, but I wanted to do my own path in life. And surfing was it. And with traveling around the world, meeting people,
Yeah.
traveling in itself is a university for me.
But tell me something. I mean, how did your parents take it? I mean, from the age of 16, you're not even legal yet, and you're already traveling the world. Were they just very proud and overwhelmed, or was it just one of those? I mean, it took a bit of convincing to actually get them to say, "Listen, we believe in your dream," or you know, the surfing thing. You know, it's more than a hobby, perhaps. How was their reaction?
It wasn't really a reaction. I just put my head down and did it. Because my past is a bit up and down.
Yeah.
And coming from divorced parents and things like
Yeah,
that, they had their own battles.
Yeah,
and I basically just said I'm doing it,
Yeah.
no matter what.
So, by 16, you already knew that this is what you want to pursue for the rest of your life, or, well, not for the but for a huge chunk of your life.
It wasn't really that. I just wanted to grow and learn about the world and who I am as a person. It
Yeah.
wasn't really about using surfing as a career.
Yeah,
Surfing in itself is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And just growing. That's all it was. It was just growing and seeing what I actually wanted to study or what I wanted to become. And right now I'm busy with my own TV show.
We're going to get into that. I'm really interested in that because, I mean, it fits into your lifestyle. So it's nothing that is, you know, outside of what it is that you're doing because you had been surfing, you know, from 16. After that, you got discovered as the face of Red Surf.
Right, they were one of my sponsors.
You know? Well, but I mean, and then after that, you're getting approached, you know, now you cut the sickest man alive. I want to find out how you're dealing with all of that, and if you do have a lady, how is she handling all of that?
It's funny because it's the surfing that got me all those recognitions, basically. And I grew up with 3 older sisters, so it's weird that they tease me about it. My friends tease me about it. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe.
Yeah.
And like having a girlfriend, my lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing in the world because I do travel a lot, and it's kind of hard finding someone like me, really. My better half.
So maybe Steve's a bit of a hit and run man, eh? But he said no.
I keep it tidy.
But okay, since Steven has traveled the world, we want to find out a couple of places that he's been to, part of his experiences. And if you have any questions for our guests in the studio, maybe you're an aspiring surfer, maybe you actually are in GP, but you know, it would actually have to take you to leave GP because, well, unfortunately, you know, so it's a beach, just, you know, kind of, Oh gosh, www.yfm.co.za. You can start emailing through your comments and questions. Right now though, here's music from Kings of Sounds. This one is called Injabulo. It's 14 after 11. Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Because I'm still a kid. A few of my friends will tease me about that, especially my one friend Eugene. I live my life as an adventure every day. Every day is a different day, and I should live my life differently.
Tell me, what is your star sign? Because I know this is very random, but I'm being a girl about this. You know,
No, not in that manner, I'm just saying.
No, because you know, usually people that are either air signs who are very, you know, take it being dubbed Peter Pan, that would mean that it has a huge chunk to do with your personality.
I'm a Capricorn, so that makes me a ground.
Yeah, that is weird, because I'm also an earth sign. Sorry. No, please don't look at me like that. We're actually getting emails here. Got an email from Paul, and Paul says that, "Hi, Steve, I just want to know how you actually make it, man. I give you props. Big out, and please give me tips, because I want to be like you."
Just have your goals, have your dreams, and do whatever it takes to achieve them. And don't stop. You'll always get 100 no's, but eventually you'll get a yes.
Yeah.
And just be positive.
What are the biggest challenges, with regards to surfing? I mean, obviously it's a physical thing where sometimes maybe your body might just not cooperate, which might set you back. But what are some of those intricate, difficulties, challenges? Because, I mean, it's not just about, hey, let's make some waves. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's hard to describe. Your body physically becomes molded into a surfer.
Yeah.
And every wave is different, so it's hard to focus on one thing at a time. So you're constantly challenging yourself over and over and over, and then you just get the basics and you grow from there. And it's all about utilizing your whole body while riding a wave. It doesn't just mean balance. It's just the way you position your body, you move your body, and that's surfing for you. It's pretty simple, but it's harder than it looks. It's simple but harder than it looks. Let me explain that. That makes sense.
Somewhat. I just wanted to ask Stephen, what sets you apart from other surfers when it comes to like the international competitions and so on and so forth?
Well, I haven't been competing for about 3-4 years now due to my other things I'm busy with now, and it's just style is one thing, and just marketing yourself, really. Because when I was competing, I had to market myself.
Yeah.
And I had sponsors that used to basically pay me a salary, travel around the world, and basically live my dream. And you have to market yourself, so get yourself exposure in magazines, do well in competitions, so on and so forth, wear the product that they give you, and just be a good brand ambassador.
Yeah.
So that's what I grew up with. I got sponsored when I was 14 years old, and it just basically blossomed from there. So
basically you're saying that unlike most sports, surfing is a lifestyle, so you basically become a brand ambassador of the lifestyle which you lead.
Pretty much. That's basically it.
And then tell me something. Okay, I know that you were scouted and then made the face of red surf, and then afterwards, the rest of his history. But now you are actually a sought after model. How did that come about?
I have to give credit to my agencies, really. It was weird. I got approached by Theo magazine, and they wanted to make me a sensible. And my team manager said I had to do it at the time to get exposure for my sponsors, so I did it. And the photographer Byron Kilmans, he shot me, and he spoke to his business partner, who owned an agency in Cape Town, and they wanted to be my Jerry Maguire. And then all of a sudden, all this media started happening, and I had a big decision to make. I was going to Hawaii at the time, but then this opportunity came and I had to move to Cape Town. So I was a bit of a situation which I didn't know what to do. Carry on with my surfing or see this other opportunity where I can build myself and open other doors. And I decided to go to Cape Town, and I just fell into the modeling world. And to be honest, the modeling world is very different. It's not what you think it is. It's not glamorous. It's hard work. You get broken down. It's a lot harder for girls. Guys, it's not as bad, but I can see a lot of girls.
Have you found it harder than the surfing career? I mean,
yes, because modeling, it's fun at times to do some really cool jobs, but it's not surfing. There's no escape in it. And you're basically branded. You're a prop. You're a monkey, and they say dance, monkey dance, and you have to.
Tell me something, Stephen, because I mean, you say that you haven't competed in about 3 years. Are you still planning to continue competing? I mean, do you still train in order to keep yourself?
I do a lot of Pilates and things when I'm not by the ocean, but when I'm by the ocean in Cape Town or Durban or wherever I am in the world, and there's an ocean, I surf. Surfing will never ever not be part of my life. I'm going to die old man surfing, and that's the way it is. I would like to go back and compete, but first things first, let me get my goals and my dreams done, and then go back to surfing.
Very, very focused young man. Only 25, focused, and still dreaming big. I actually got an email here. It's a bit funny. Socks from Rotunda says, hey, I'm hardcore African, laugh out loud. So the surfing thing is all a puzzle to me. So please ask Stephen how they make money and how where their salaries come from, because at the end of the day, everybody must make a living. I think they already answered that, so it's just via sponsorship only.
Pretty much like a basketball player or like surfing competitions where you win money. There's a big event now for the WCT, which is the World Championship Tour in New York, and that's about $300,000 for first place. So there is a lot of money.
But I mean, how regular is that? Because I mean, I understand that the money comes in huge chunks when you do win, but when you're not winning and when there aren't any other competitions, I mean, how regular is this?
It's basically you sign a contract with a company for 5 years, whatever, and you're the face of that brand, and they pay you a monthly salary. Plain and simple. You're endorsed by a company and you're a brand ambassador, so you're actually employed in a way. So that's what actually happened with Mr. Price. When I got back from competing in Europe, I did really, really well there. They saw potential in me, and they sponsored me, and that's why they also made me the face of the brand.
Okay, now besides surfing, Steve, I mean, you're still a young man, you're a young, gorgeous man. I mean, now you're in Cape Town, surrounded by models and what have you. But traveling, how do you balance? Because I mean, surfing for you, in as much as you love it, it's still a job and the modeling. How do you balance your life? You know, how do you unwind besides just going to the beach? Like, how often do you go out? Where do you go?
Party. Yeah, well, I started playing guitar. I suck at guitar.
I'm starting.
Guitar is extremely hard.
Yeah.
My fingers are very sore.
Yeah.
How do I balance that online? I have a really good group of friends. They always keep me entertained. My biggest vice is karaoke.
Yeah.
If you know me, I love karaoke. I sing karaoke as much as possible. Every country I've been to, I've made sure I've sung karaoke in each place. And I just balance myself out. There's always something to do. I blog quite a lot.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
So where can people actually catch your blog, for those who actually want to read your blog? What's it called?
It's my website, Yfm.wmv.com.
Okay.
And I blog interesting things, sometimes deep things about traveling, about life, and funny things. Because right now my producers say I have to go to voiceover coaching and just up my game with presenting for the show. And that I blogged about yesterday or the day before. And my producers.
Very, very all-rounded, well-rounded. Do you want to ask a question, Kumani?
Traveling. I mean, we know that you're directing and producing the Blueprint Travel Show. How did that concept come about, and what is the show actually about as well?
The concept came about when I moved to Cape Town. I was there for 3 weeks. I was losing my mind. I was pulling my hair out. The waves were terrible. The people in Cape Town, don't judge me, but I found it very, very hard to make friends there. And I just needed an escape. So I saw that there were really good waves in Jeffreys Bay. So I hopped on a bus, wanted to be different for a change. And for a 12-hour bus drive, I thought of a million things. And that's how I came up with the Blueprint Travel Show. And from there, it just blossomed into what it is now. It's basically a reality travel documentary show. It's arriving in a country with a blank book or writing your adventure and learning about yourself and the country that you're in. We're utilizing public transport. And that's one thing that travel shows out there don't really focus on. We're about something new, something different. And the first season of the show we're dedicating to Africa. So we're going to a lot of the African continents. African countries, Nigeria, Kenya, Ethiopia, so on and so forth, while also utilizing public transport. While doing that, we want to encourage people in Africa to visit their neighboring countries because there's so much to explore in Africa. It's a hidden gem, I believe. And it's about having an adventure.
Wow, we're going to round up our interview with Stephen Friedman, and you can still send through your last batch of commentaries to zamajube@yfm.co.za. You can also tweet us at zamajube, one word, at Kumani Makrina.
Hi, what's up?
As you all know, one of those